Spina bifida is a birth defect that the spine is not growing properly, and she was born with a hole in her back, a little over the size of a quarter. At the time of pregnancy, which is usually diagnosed between the weeks of 9 and 12 weeks, the doctor normally suggests that you terminate. However, mine wasn't diagnosed until after I gave birth. With that, the diagnosis that they give is that you'll be paralyzed from the neck down. This was an 8-pound, 3.4 ounce baby that I gave birth to, and it was a shock to the doctor. At birth, they waited for about 2 or 3 weeks just to see the fluid that would normally flow through the spine was not flowing through the spine, but the fluid started settling in her, what we call the soft spot of the brain. At that point, they realized they had to put a shunt in so that she could actually have the flowing of the fluid. And up to this date, I think she's had a total of 6 brain surgeries where they've had to go in and actually revise the shunt. At that time, it was just so hurtful because you take for granted to have a baby and bring them home in 2 days, but having to leave my daughter in the hospital 2 weeks and not bring home, I felt like there was a whole part of me I left in the hospital. But I would go and visit that hospital every day, and I would stay hours at a time. And I would read stories about the Shunammite woman, and I read the story about Jairus' child. And I just kept trusting, believing. Every day I would anoint those legs, and I said, you will walk. I would anoint her stomach, and I say, you will go to the restroom on your own. I would anoint her head, and I would say, you will be smart. And Ashley graduated with a 4.0 from Earlmore High. During the time we were going through this, my husband died. She was 4 years old. And I knew my kids would do only as good as I would do. And so I tell them all, you predict your day. You choose joy. You speak joy. Your day will be whatever you say your day would be. And that's how we are really making it, through fasting and praying, and a good, like Pastor said a couple of weeks ago, having a good follower, a good team of prayer warriors who's in your circle. Will always make sure that I had a good prayer line in my circle.
Last year, I was just ready to stop making me suffer. If it's my time to go, just let me go. But last year, I was on the way from work and I was just like, I can't do it. I just went home. I was so tired. 20 seconds later, I collapsed on the floor. That could have been while I was driving. So I'm like, it gotta be something. So I feel like I'm here to tell people to just keep fighting. It will be light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like Spina bifida is yellow because even though you will have rainy days, the sun will always come up and shine at the end of the day.